And Christabel Nanaya Ofosu.
The news coming up in the bulletins: 24-hour anti-galamsey operation land in the Ashanti region of Ghana.
Eduwahin Saga. I hope no powerful chief intervenes for the criminals, says Manasa Azuri.
Bisiako school prophet, contraceptive, and poor conditions of metal beds at the school dormitory.
The personal income tax assessment of Bill's microcredit founder, Richani Amakwe, has been valued at no less than 30 million.
Landlord on bail over alleged ECG power theft. Now, the news in detail. A task force against illegal mining, led by the acting Ashanti Regional Security Coordinator, retired Captain John Kwame Zabari, has launched a 24-hour joint operation for the Forestry Commission to combat illegal mining in the forest reserves across the region. I have my correspondent, Amanya Miwa, on the line. Hello, Amma.
Hello.
Please, can you brief us on the news on board?
Okay. Out on a member of the Forestry Commission's Rapid Response Team on Sunday, 23rd March 2025. Addressing the issue on Monday, 24th March 2025, Captain Jabari stressed the need for heightened security measures to protect the region's natural resources from further destruction. He emphasized that the media, alongside the Forestry Commission, would be taken to forest reserve to witness firsthand the reclaimed lands. This, he said, will serve as tangible proof of the task force's effects, rather than relying solely on verbal reports.
Okay, thank you, Amma. Please hang around to be able to give.
Rolling on in other news, celebrated investigative journalist Manasa Azuri Awuni has said he hopes that the law will take its course on cases of criminalities among public officers who steal from the state to enrich themselves. I have my reporter Jay Comey on the line. Hi Jay.
Hello Jiva, can you hear me?
Position yourself well.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Highlight us more about the issue on ground.
He said he hopes this will scare other perpetrators in engaging in such illegal acts. He also indicated that he hopes no powerful chief will intervene for people accused of stealing, but to allow them face the law to bring sanity into the system, and also to serve as deterrent to others who have the intention to loot public funds to enrich themselves. Reacting to the alleged embezzlement of public funds by the former Director General of the National Signals Bureau, Kobna Edugwahin, on his X account, he said that the Attorney General should stand on his grounds and not allow any form of intimidation in his work. The Attorney General had earlier accused Edugwahin of misappropriating $7 million meant for a cyber defense system contract and loading the funds through real estate investment in Ghana and abroad. Reporting live from the second news desk, I am Jay Comey.
Moving on to another news, Bisiako had a property election last year, 2024, but due to the structure of the academic calendar, the students who engaged the winners were sworn into office in January 2025 after reopening of school. The student body is not happy at all with the governance of the prophet, especially the final year students. These are some of the reasons why they are not happy. Firstly, they believe the prophet has become arrogant. Secondly, they are not happy with the prophet because they feel the prophets are trying to control them. Lastly, they have gathered against some of the prophets because they did not want them to win the elections that pertain some of their positions. Amid all this, most of the students are pleased with how the prophets are governing the institution. The only thing the prophets are lacking is full support of the students.
Wait a minute.
The only thing the prophet is lacking is full support from the students to back them, and they believe the prophet can make a great impact.
Moving on to other news, multiple reports emerged on Monday, March 24, 2025, that the accounts of the Ghanaian business Richard McQuay have been frozen by the Ghana's Revenue Authority, following investigations into his tax compliance. The report indicated that the alleged freezing of the account was due to inconsistencies in his report payment records. Media, however, has learned that the freezing of the account was not ordered by the Ghana's Revenue Authority, rather by the state's Financial Intelligence Center.
Moving on, the personal income tax assessment of Bill's microcredit founder, Richard Amakwe, has been valued at no less than 30 million. However, this is an interim amount and could increase as officials of the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA, continue their investigations. The import duty on a car acquired by Mr. Kwe was valued at 11.4 million, which he has already settled. It has also emerged that all company accounts of Bill's microcredits have been frozen by the Financial Intelligence Center. The personal accounts of the company's founder, Richard Amakwe, and CEO, Romeo Richlaf Kekisechi, have also been frozen. The action was taken by the FIC in accordance with Section 56(1) of the Anti-Money Laundering Act 2020, Act 1044.
Rolling on to another news, the students in the CSCC High are bitterly sobbing within them because they have been made to feel that they are not part of the school. Well, because those issues are not matter of concern to the school administration. They have been sleeping on the floor with their mattresses ever since school reopened. Some have even complained that their mental health issues started last year. Now, almost all the rooms at the boys' dormitory do not have metal beds. This is gradually developing some kind of rejection to the students. They are currently pleading on the school's administration and corporate bodies to some of the bodies to help them solve their problems.
To other news, Professor Ransford Jampo, the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Shippers Authority and the political science student lecturer at the University of Ghana, has alleged that the BBC's expose him on the popular Sexual Bridge documentary was orchestrated as part of a political plot. Amanyamwa is live with us. Hello, Ama.
Hello.
Please give us the details on this information.
Okay. According to Professor Gampo, the plot was devised because he had been hinted as a possible running mate for a presidential candidate, prompting someone to tarnish his image. Speaking in an interview on 24 March 2025, he stated that he was not faulted in any aspect of the expose and was subsequently cleared of any wrongdoing by the university. He further clarified it was not an orchestration by the current opposition party. People say it was the NPP that did that to me. No, but it was simply because I was going to be made the running mate to somebody.
And that was Amanyamwa reporting for Biseko Media.
Moreover, the Ministry of Interior has imposed a curfew on Bindui Township and its environs in the Upper East region. The curfew starts from 6 o'clock p.m. to 6 o'clock a.m. effective Monday, March 24, 2025. The statement announcing the curfew urged the chiefs, elders, opinion leaders, and youth to exercise restraint in the face of the challenges confronting them, as well as to use non-violent means to channel their energies into ensuring peace in the area. Crossing over to my reporter, Jay. Hello, Jay.
Hello, Zafak.
Tell us more about the statement read.
Well, the Minister for the Interior and the advice of the Upper East and Northeast Regional Security Councils.
Jay, position yourself well.
The Minister for the Interior and the advice of the Upper East and Northeast Regional Security Councils.
Jay.
Yeah, Zafak, can you hear me?
It's a little okay.
Is it okay now?
No, position yourself well.
Can you hear me?
No.
Jifa, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, the Minister for the Interior, on the advice of the Upper East and Northeast Regional Security Councils and the Executive, imposed curfew on Minduri Township and its environs in the Upper East region from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Yes, Jifa.
What about this curfew?
So this curfew came as a result of chieftaincy issues in the Upper East region. Therefore, the government is urging chiefs, elders, opinion leaders, youth, and people of the area to exercise patience in the face of of the challenges confronting them, as well as to use non-violent means to channel their energies into ensuring peace in the area. Meanwhile, there is a total ban on all persons in the Bunduri Township and its environs from carrying arms, ammunition, or any offensive weapons, men wearing of smoke, riding motorbikes, and any persons found with any arms or ammunition will be arrested or prosecuted. I am your reporter for today, Jacob. Thank you.
The Minister of Interior has declared 31st March and 1st April 2025 as public holidays to mark this year, Eid al-Fitr. It is essential that senior high school's Muslim students observe this significant Islamic celebration with their families. In light of this, the Muslim students are to be given a break from Friday 28 March to Tuesday 1st April 2025 to allow them spend quality time with their parents and loved ones during the Eid al-Fitr holidays. The students are, however, to return to school on Tuesday, 1st April 2025. By this, Regional Director and requested to communicate this information to all heads of senior high schools to take note and act accordingly.
Moving on into the world of politics, President John Dramani Mahama, the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, has lauded General Thomas Opon-Pepra, the outgoing Chief of Defense Staff of the Ghana Armed Forces, for his dedicated and committed service to the nation. The President also commended Lieutenant General Bismarck Kwesi Onwuna, the outgoing Chief of Army Staff, Vice Admiral Issa Adam Yakubu, the outgoing Chief of Naval Staff, and Air Marshal Frederick Asare Bekoy, the outgoing Chief of Air Staff, for diligently serving the nation. He gave these recommendations in his address of the inauguration of the Armed Forces Council at the Ministry of Defense in Accra. As stipulated in the 1992 Constitution, the Council is chaired by the Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajman. The Council advises the President on matters of policy relating to defense and strategy, including the role of the armed forces, military budgeting and finance, administration, and the promotion of officers above the rank of Lieutenant Colonel or its equivalent.
The landlord has been granted an amount of 20,000 Ghana cedis billed by an Accra Circuit Court for allegedly stealing 1,700 worth of electricity belonging to Electricity Company of Ghana. The court presided over Bright Samuel Aka ordered that Eric Efriye, the accused, should provide a security to execute the bill.
He has since denied the charges of theft, causing unlawful damage to the ECG's meter, and intentionally interfering with the supplier's distribution system by bypassing the ECG's meter without authorization. The prosecution informed the court that the compliant Madam Regina Ayim is a trader residing at Alhaji Tabura. This is where time will permit us to bring the end of today's news. Once again, I was your news anchor for today, Akashida and Antoinette, together with
Chifa.
And the headline was 24-hour anti-galamsey operation launched in Accra. President lands outgoing CDS service chiefs. Poor conditions of metal beds in the school's dormitory. Thanks for your time.
Yo ya mama kwaba Edmoba Biseko Media Club na kasafa yedusui wapomede ho te sen na ya ba be kasafa wapomede ho aslipa de se wonim dada wo se wo hwe wapomede ho ye wedidi nsem wo famu ene se na obedress se na obefa wo se na obe na ntini na ti mo hwe me amede kasa me amede nkoma Ibrahim edi ade fami aye Princess Okansi na mo hwe me enyame nkwa na mtia mo makoko mi dam fo bia omo me chi dom wo ka wapomede ho nsem ya omni mu ye pa omni mu ye pa na me ansa na me ko mo so no ka na apomede ho nsem sma be ka ya to the dream say STIs and personal hygiene na me wo me nsani fa wa ha Obapa ojisu se counselor Ohimba Mercy and Dr. Kelvin and ya to say me usere me body no wo feye wo ka wo fe ma ofa Dr. Christiana Yemoa me pomcho me mama kwa aba
yeah they also many aba
na Councillor Mercy, Pacho, what is saying?
You are doing also.
Namiadumo. Dr. Kelvin, Sabibiae. Safie. No, Dr. Crystal Sway.
Namiadu, my boy, shall me pants and we.
Yes, boys, show. Name Pamuchu. I'm saying you have a friend STIs. The brain him say STIs. Make crime and tea. Somewhere doctor, muni day. Patch up then STIs. I don't know more the mind the STIs.
Yo, sister princess, me do was see any akwenya with your mommy so me kasa. I say ka STIs le kase mu ye beka say sexually transmitted infections. Le ka sexually transmitted infections e wo me madwunche mu make sure say yare a ye nseka e wo bra ye ni obi a wo sa yale bi ene nkitaudi me chere say empemu agro.
But so in Pemagro, be Muntia say, I say, once they were pillow fights in Pemagro style, bang.
Oh, and mommy dear, you can't in Pemagro. Me patches a wonder or bar any bema, and ya, I worry dear, I will impass.
But so yet, no, Dr. Kelvin, send a minute, can be Kafawana.
No, let me see with English.
The minute back kind in a but answer na made me trip bebano. Yet, if we are wait here for Mutiano, Amunya Butre, no more from us soon to phone. Nigeria, your friend STIs. That's sexually transmitted disease. A idea, India, Kutine, our central region, high pan. Some locality, I find who me crampono. But based on the report, I just say, Yariano, a workroom has said, sir, no credit. Nansa na mede nche meba no STIs yare no menu abakan ya sexually transmitted infections. Sa yare we onkunya wo baabia age say woni obi akọ empaso or through sexual intercourse or intimate. And I said deep kissing. Oh, that's true.
Deep kissing once obia interested. Deep kissing I said, I said, time to time. If I didn't purchase a deep kiss,
Madam,
I'm going to do this, my
and Shimo Hobby. And Shimo. Yare STIs, sexually transmitted infections. Sayare as a BT say, candidiasis, syphilis, chlamydia, any HIV/AIDS. Candidiasis M1 and young nipa senkwane wo dodo na afa no white enyam M1 enya ase won kwa no mo eyo obi ano onya candidiasis sa tissue na ema sa yare no ebi wo ano no sa yare candidiasis no tu ni obi have deep kiss normally no opeso hu ade white no the same thing e wo nipa no sa nipa no wo yare ni bia tu nipa no e have sa intimate na that deep kiss na obe exchange saliva. Through the exchange of saliva, and obey extract some of the viruses into your body. Tell me when you say you're but your causes may be a day. STIs causes no answer me din kan no. I just only obi akọ empaso no me could di agra yendi. Without protection, that's indiscriminate sex and unprotected sex or casual sex. And through deep kiss with an affected person or infected person.
Me pacho, counselor, maybe so. Say XTI, say STI, so say then I'm ubo bodina, yamuye mono. Like you bet me aswano ana.
Ani you bet me aswano.
Pacho, you kwan bensu ne befa so aswano.
The hen so kwa koyetes. Wo kwan na so when you bia. Bisa doctor no mamu aduro. Go okra no ni bio go through aduna mo kwa pharmacy na wakoto.
Okay. Dr. Christine. Me pacho double person saying like STIs no a show body ma only say yes me nyabi.
Yo, sometimes no well. So be our STIs no. So nya. Na say your friends so symptoms in say or not as so say some white be white free na say only some fluid be our nasa or call hospital. Now, Doctor Niman, you don't know you swear. I can say it can be cured. But Obama, the white nuts now no one say it did not see him and I say, what trust was what true me way now? Oh,
number Ekeka, sir, Ekeka
Capons and Banwo, Obina Maban was said I'm not the sash in the pocket. Oh, Judy, I saw the sash, okay.
If you're young man, remember.
Aye, and them also. Once I said, gentlemen,
I saw you be going to packet.
Only shake up in the bottle. Oh, Chiwa, it's a boy you won't cry.
But you mean so? I was semi jammy boy, and now I'm a in the wall, semi some STIs, or semi China, and I said, or semi Cosan and one, yes, one boom.
Question now will be say, answer I met to us. I was say, maybe become a dear sisters, a kind doctor, and a counselor, Marcus Ayepam. A Yaria STIS, Sayaria, your own categories. You cannot cure it, but you can maintain the person. They are categorizing into two. That's bacterial and viral infections. Okay, bacteria, you can cure it, but viral infection, how bit me cure. HIV/AIDS, for instance, starts here. Virus HIV, anybody can come. What me and who in term now cause no there you can treat it. But say yini never done AIDS, you cannot treat it. You can maintain the person. Don't me maintain the panel, but won't mean cure the panel forever.
Tipacho semi jame boy no nipana mene no no semi jino and answer or semi it's none yes one boom.
Any so gino.
I didn't say semi giant because when you pass a mamma yari, number the son and the war.
On no mamma yariano. Nunti won't kill one, cocky panaso. Because Yariane a one so home. Sisia, which I know, mean fan some more bow. And Banoswa truly, by this say Yari XTIS, gonorrhea for instance. Say your walk next nipa no gonorrhea didn't much I bet me na kola na efra nti wo de sa kola na e koma hwan nti wo se oni nuku net na ho na wo
okay no so ya no kwe
that's it
pacho sene style ben ya be so STIs ano
okay sene be so ani se ben ya yin woni pa no ben ya nkita wuzi ebia owobi but on can show the owobi iti inyan kitawudi oh medo say na mati na ye show the inibi okada abia ebia undini ndi ode yin kwa hospital okada on kwa force nana monko yetes okono obi am on fanu edusu no onye afesu botum so use condom but condom no and shada protective condom to me pie a pie na nenye bi enti no ka ne best ne say botu nwe fu ho kra
Dr. Christy Pachamimisa STIs no you bet me your treatment like uko pharmacy bet me your way draw ho no mana
uko pharmacy na obi a owo pharmacy won say first wa kwadwe e we duro mu nsempa obenye nwe duro
na ubede hu say STIs me ko pharmacy won se bi mu fere internet na muntu no for say like go fan hospital no ko pharmacy because pharmacy bi wa na say you kona say oh he's
ye bu baby says so bi oton ne yare no onya na no edu when you white what it so so kan sure pharmacy na so won ko doctor na enko check you say white na when you na be ko ejida na say e be nya no edu what it so what na ya kese munyi na wontumi wa na wode kwahye wo na oti baby no wode kwahye no so na wode be yie na ni kaka be si ukon so abia wa woni se white
na wo ya
woni be me bi akwatena ye mo yeyi awarede yeyi bi na enya white no enti wobetumi akọ pharmacy na wenye ndu
pacho yo me ye ko suya baby ayedu su personal hygiene wapomudi ho nsɛmsɛm na ɛda so ɔyɛ ne bibia yɛdu so ɛyɛ personal hygiene sɛnea ɔbɛfa ho sɛnea ɔbɛkora ho sɛnea wonam mu sɛ yes bɛrima ni ɔbaa ni ɔnoa na ɔkɔe ɔnoa no nam so na Dr. Kelvin Patches Omoka personal hygiene baby around say personal hygiene say my dress na meko na me nam na me shake me wo me de ko personal hygiene ankasa intrasia ankasa ne den
yo miniaba the personal hygiene it comprises of two different words personal and hygiene but my meaning can emphasize hygiene na me church man say the hygiene is the practice and I say eyendia yeje and as anhudie ema ye body no to prevent infections. Personal talks about we the individual. Nti ekatu ni abomu a eye nipa wudi uhunu to prevent infections or diseases. Because anhudidie wudi uhunu ye pa dia yare aye friend yare unye bida ewo wiase mu. Nipa ndi ne huni a no benya yare nti personal hygiene de ni nkyere mu a yetwa so tia ye beka ne se ye ndidi ye huni nipadua no dinini eno ane doctor
me sambi so kwan be so no be fa so hu se o body we dinini just say body we matse no obi o ha obedwai from an apart university store na senate ya sense no senate anati it's kwan be fa so be hu say yes body we me dinini.
But fire be fast so who say we do body dino body ni no enye bibi bebre e bibi kitu anapa o sorry e was say unim say twitwisi answer we didi obi o ho sorry na na wa fa aduane ahye nanum udidi endra numre na when paste no aduane ni particles I fa ni plaque akeka wo say eguso ewo usimti wudi aduane na sanso ezi particles na eyi with the bacteria no na ekọ ni peduam na ahase e cause yare tana pa ma sorry metwetwe ne se miwie ya na medidi miwie immediately miwie na I need to take my bath and I say wutwetwe usiwe we kodware wo ansa na we bedidi be hu se wudi huni atare ehyew obehye ne be 5 days enye day in and day out utin fifre yare bi e wo widie mu utin fifre yare no etumi efra sweat no na eba that's the bacteria or na virus na cause no etumi fra sweat na eba akọ atare ne mu e wo se wi atare no si unji na unsi atare no na wasan so ahye ne biom day in and day out nya na o top yare no enye obi su fa ho a nipa no o sweat kwa betumi ama ne obi yare sweat ne keke because all sweating ya no ade enje wo mu na body dey ba out no that's your excretory system no or dey sa yare no na e den eba out because sweat ni ya no eye ade a the waste or metabolic substance and nipa na e release eno ana metumi aka afa se wudidi ohuni a ba bebre wo ho tetiefo wi amedem na mabetu dwa ti wo pese ohia inchemu bia so abetumi afre me na wetie Councillor Mercy, me pacho. What ties Ben Obe say way your friend personal hygiene way you say almost some more personal hygiene just say I would be brave e be ne din.
Okay, say you can hygiene you mu ties be brave. Your personal hygiene any your number 1. And your food hygiene. The sound environmental hygiene. It's yes, it do about the honey putting, but baby, I tell so what they do honey.
Dr. Christie, me pacha effect being a poor personal hygiene. Then I just say, well, hey, pro.
Say, you can't so do a poor personal hygiene. That is a broken on the cry. You can say personal hygiene. I was so doing winning. And yes, say, Adriani, dear, we paste with true some grand, and yes, we do winning. I was finding out the first way you would see. One somewhere, when you saw somewhere, what sounds so did a brag faces on somewhere. Obisu Homa, Atalia, I feel what's Atalia Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, what's that on Saturday. Nina day, if you friend I walk, I want Italian. A year,
Once you go on, I tell you about to sell boxes, say, go do a while. You know, but it's a kind box about Cope. It's almost a bad a car box about Cope. I need Bacope, and answer me a day, Papa. Say, you can also do a poor personal hygiene, just like Pocino Dinumini, or so good in Saroba, or so trinity, Manucofo, then Sarabanoso, and hey, a Sambacubi. Omo toilet bar. Omo wash your monster.
Go only semina. Only semina about Ronensa. Semino di Jaria, no Sasa Fagoronesa. Nese,
Dabi. For you to know your health is good. Also, we use semina now the wash on sir. After washing your hands under running water.
But your running water is sweet, Johnny, and I said,
you can't swear, Johnny, then make a Johnny.
They swear, they
won't say, oh. Baby, what tap now? Who dia? You saw the same ebano, and I can't say running water. Who was so on sand the running water? Who you also saw the hand sanitizer green song. And Sana, wait your piano, Sana, where did a piano cry a deep a queen, a bit to say apple. Your vegetable said, you have to wash it with salt. Wouldn't need a goon soon, now the fruit no good. Now I was so on sa, while was away no and Sana, where did Janina come?
Dr. Christine Chawano. Na yedi nkome ya tu yenuanu begu aman abontin so a omo no ma bebisa bisa sa o asemi bisa Star Christalism pacha o ahoma no so
yeah me wa ahoma no so pa
na pacha da na ekoso
oh bibi ekoso fine cause say me na bisa ko campus so na say na be bisa question e be bisa man for questions
pacha bi some bibi my doctors here counselor ya
okay pacha family zina for say
pacha your friend Irene,
okay since that's our around no person team questions
yeah, me too, Uncle.
Nesta Daniela, then Ekoso.
Thank you very much.
Nesta Daniela, who has sent me the Mayana?
Right now, I'm working in the midst of the circle. Right now, I'm getting my time is running. So, I'm do you have any question for Dr. Help?
Yes, please, I want to ask Dr. If anybody has sexually transmitted disease like HIV and the person is allergic and she gets pregnant, is there any way you can prevent the child in the family from being affected by this infection?
Thank you very much. I'm having also a beautiful lady. I'm Ella Hudson. A very lady. I have any question?
Yes, please. And my question is, they say that through the use of condom, you can prevent sexually transmitted disease. So I want to ask, for the condom, is there any no side effects?
Thank you very much. Your question will be answered. Thank you. And the right to
Send Obi beside or say, say yɛfa ne sɛ ɔteke mu ɛna wakɔ agyanan bi aba na ɔdidi na ɔde ne nsa hyɛ rɔba mu ɛna ɔde adi aduane no a ɔbɛtumi anya infection anaa.
Anyaba, I question ɛbaa no. Say, Oko Ejanibia, your friend of toilet, and I say, Oko visit the washroom, and I say, Eba. Oko na Obano, say, Yaria, and I say, Mboa be ewa Janabia, and so I will be to me a Fibiaba. But Waba, one was shown, sir, was the one found saying to Janimundi. But on Sano, who did ya, would you know, a basic from now do one of Janana? Automatically, we don't say so rub anymore. Na viruses ain't me movie and just a bacteria so movie. Aya bacteria no one sana would so munukwa na say uko jina janabia no so no. Ebia na aboani bi aka wano but munim. Unless with a microscope answer when that's the powerful one. Into no waba correct way I'll bet me any say ho nsa. One ho nsa na we say so rubber and mukra dia. We bet me enya yare bi because you are not fully saved. Mboamboa no mutumi movie ntimi nua ba okoba ohoro wonsa ohoro wonsa memfa aduane ne nka wano eno ano no
na me pa cho wan so bibisa say semin dimi hunnia ye ka personal hygiene am so wan ti asiye it is on dini hunnia obetumi anya STIs ni biana.
Okay, sa STIs no o say yeni na ye through sexual activities. Entino, ye were yari bi wa would one saka obi wa fifi na ubenye bi. Ena ebi so wa I say one petem no e want. Nte want le dey like where you to bed. Obi used to bed no ada abeto. Nipa no blood neutral no. Ono so wasa yari ni bi. Uso akọ for the same blood na we where you to e twa where yari ni bi.
Debi o sweat elementi aso odo ne ho aka o sei ena wonya sweat na say we wi su ne han kina wo so yu su bi no
I say mfese me pa ho akọ wo yare ni bi wo fifi ka me wona menye bi
wo no mi fi ka ho keke na wenye yare Dr. Kevin what you say mementi aso so wo po bi wo keke na ni fi ka wona wenye STIs
de me nua ba ne kan na no kre. But mami fa bibi kakra enka ho. Won say nipa body no ewo nyame adibomu no onimyansa ye pa because God made me akasa o very intelligent or mathematicians as well as a scientist. Because nipa body no outer cover no that skin na ye hu no e will layers ye fre bibi epithelia. That's the outer layer no. Sa outer layer is so nipa epra skin no e rofi ho. That's the outer part no. Into we plano we expose in the next layer. Into the next layer no aim to me aim protect your body no from infections. No nti so bi betwam e fa ho na se hu fifire no e ka baby a e ho ate kakra na yare no e betumi akọ body no. Nti betumi ama no wanya sa yare no. Enti na me se emfifire a ye friend sweat e betumi ama no wanya no. But personal hygiene a omo se hu ndi hu ni a obetumi anya STIs no enye no kre. Because obi indi ne huni a enche so betumi anya sexually transmitted diseases. I just say obi a owo yare ni bi ekoyusu bibi na so be yusu nti udi huni a untumi nya but udi huni no bi a one wote no ondi ne huni in a sense one nkrofo have affairs ana one nkrofo edi empem agro basabasa untumi nya yare ni bi a so betumi anya bi nti mo a mo wo nkrofo a muntumi trust omo no muntu omo na omunjai anase munchu hu fi omo ayen so mutumi di yare abremo.
Pamucho, any last words for your viewers?
So wama mi akwenya we meda metiefo na ase omo amutie me na omo a omo ta eba me hospital hono ni domu ni ase eye na watwi a eda ye ni mo ebe ya edofufuro bi ama discover me de beba abonten nti wa yare a ye kan ho asem STIs no yare no ya sa yare no me de ho adraba nti se wo bi a ne ukuda te sende meba de ba betudwa eno ano no
yo mefasa kwenye so the birthday wishes be ama ya dofo bi a omode abrain birthday wishes be Enkoma Juliet Base from Rita and Julius Tracy AJ. This is your birthday wishes from the school prefect J Komi and Amaya Mewa. Birthday wishes from the home economist 3C to Selina Yaira, and birthday wishes to Estansa from House 4 Room 5. I didn't check. I said that I'm my class of Jana 3G, and I'm a hospital. So wow, per se, what do Yali be about? I, Mama Christia be in the Puno. Bet to me, do Yayaba. Bet to me, after me was a number 0245743965. Dr. Christie, on the sound.
After so wow, we can to call, bet me up more for counseling. My friend, me prona at or am or Bibia. The first time I can use it's a dinner at 3B students Nina.
Pacha Dr. Kelvin, so was some catching.
Me sorry pa if you think I was me me number no etuja. Number 9 na me de etuja no. Say yare bi won ho for number we are 0538 118637 0538 118637. Number we offer Dr. Kelvin Damte na ubenyame woso yare bia febra na mesa ama
Yatamase mumbra modi amai amcho ya sorry so